I found the box by accident. It was hidden in the back of the closet behind winter coats we hadn't touched in years. I was looking for an old suitcase for a work trip when my hand brushed against something solid. A small black lockbox, dusty, but clearly used recently. At first, I thought it was jewelry, maybe something sentimental. It wasn't. Inside were medical bills, dozens of them, ultrasounds, blood tests, specialist consultations, pharmacy receipts, all under my wife's name, Elena. The dates made my stomach twist. They lined up perfectly with the weeks she claimed she was visiting her sister. The same weeks she said she needed space. The same weeks she barely answered my calls. I sat on the floor and started reading. Fertility clinic invoices, prenatal appointments, and then the final document, a payment receipt from a private maternity center dated 3 months ago. 3 months ago. We didn't have a baby, which meant only one thing. She had been pregnant, and she never told me. My hands felt cold, but my mind was strangely clear. I didn't panic. I didn't cry. I calculated. Because Elena had also been distant for nearly a year. Protective of her phone. Quick to anger. Always accusing me of being emotionally unavailable. Now I understood. I didn't confront her that night. I placed everything back exactly how I found it. The next morning, I followed her. She thought I was leaving for work. Instead, I parked down the street and waited. At 10:15 a.m., a silver SUV pulled into our driveway. A man stepped out. Confident. Comfortable. He didn't knock. He walked in like he belonged there. I recognized him. Daniel. Her gym friend. The man she told me not to worry about. They stayed inside for 2 hours. When they came out, she kissed him without hesitation. The kind of kiss that doesn't belong to a casual friendship. That was enough confirmation. But I wanted more. Over the next week, I gathered everything. Bank statements showing transfers to a clinic. Text messages recovered from our shared tablet. Conversations about our baby. Discussions about keeping me in the dark. One message from Daniel stood out. He doesn't need to know. We'll figure it out after the divorce. After the divorce. So, that was the plan. Use me for stability, build a secret life, replace me quietly. I didn't explode. I went to a lawyer instead. The prenup we signed years ago had a clause. Infidelity, nullified spousal support, hidden assets could be claimed, fraud in marital finances could result in restitution. I showed him everything. The box, the bills, the transfers, the messages. He smiled slightly. You have leverage. Good. I prepared my disappearance carefully. Step 1, finances. I separated accounts legally, froze joint credit cards, transferred my salary to a private account she couldn't access. Step 2, property. The house was in my name before marriage. Step 3, documentation. I made copies of every piece of evidence and stored them securely. Then I waited. 2 weeks later, Elena came home acting distant as usual. I think we need to talk, she said. I nodded. I agree. She hesitated. I'm not happy. I almost laughed. I know, I said calmly. Neither am I. She looked surprised. She expected resistance, tears, pleading. Instead, I handed her a folder. Inside were copies of everything. The clinic bills, the maternity receipts, the text messages, the transfers. Her face drained of color. You went through my things? She whispered. You built another family, I replied evenly. You went through our marriage. Silence filled the room. She tried to speak, but nothing came out. Then I gave her the second envelope. Divorce papers. Already filed. Already in motion. Daniel can help you now, I said. She broke. Completely. Tears, shaking, begging. It's not what you think, she sobbed. Then explain the maternity center, I replied. She couldn't. Because there was nothing to explain. Here's the part she never saw coming. I had already sold the house, quietly. The closing date was in 2 weeks. She had no idea. The buyer was ready, the deposit secured, and I had accepted a job offer overseas. By the time the divorce proceedings reached full speed, I was gone. No forwarding address, no social media, no explanations to mutual friends. Just silence. She tried calling, messaging, apologizing. I didn't answer. Daniel disappeared when he realized the financial support he expected from her divorce settlement didn't exist. No spousal support, no shared property, nothing. The clinic bills? Unpaid. The lifestyle she maintained through my income? Gone. Months later, I heard through a distant acquaintance that she had to move in with her parents. The relationship with Daniel didn't last. Apparently, secrets aren't romantic when they become responsibilities. People ask me if revenge satisfied me. The truth? It wasn't about revenge. It was about control. She built a hidden life behind my back, so I removed myself from her visible one entirely. I didn't scream. I didn't humiliate her publicly. I simply exposed the truth legally, secured my future, and vanished from hers. The last thing I left on the kitchen counter before walking out for the final time was the black lockbox. Empty. Because there were no more secrets left to hide.